Just to give you some numbers, we close 2023 with 9.5 million product sales worldwide, and we close around 80 factories producing fake product in China. We are among the top 5 active plaintiffs for trademark case filed from 2018 to 2022. So we are tackling the counterfeit case on civil lawsuit and they addressing the issue on a legal standpoint.
Welcome to Luxury on Air, where we explore the trends, innovations, and personalities defining and redefining the luxury industry.
Is a brand being imitated a threat or rather a sign of success? What do you do when you see a knockoff version of your favorite luxury product? Welcome to Luxury on Air. My name is Karine Szegedi, and I have the pleasure of dedicating this episode not only to an area we have not yet deep dive into, which is luxury eyewear, but as well discussing and touching the space of brand protection, which is so important in the luxury industry. I am thrilled to have Alessandro Farris, Head of Group Brand and Trade Protection for EssilorLuxottica, joining me for this new episode. EssilorLuxottica is a global leader in the design, manufacture, and distribution of lenses, frames, and sunglasses. The group formed in 2018 by the combination of French Essilor and Italian Luxottica. And the company combines 2 centuries of innovation and human endeavor, not only to elevate vision care, but as well the consumer experience around it. And it is home to over 150 widely recognized brands in the world, such as Ray-Ban, Oakley, Persol, Vogue Eyewear. And it serves other brands as well under license, such as Burberry, Chanel, Dolce & Gabbana, Prada, Versace, etc. EssilorLuxottica's direct-to-consumer network encompasses around 18,000 stores, including world-class retail brands like Sunglass Hut and LensCrafters, and as well operates some e-commerce platforms. The group currently has over 180,000 employees in 150 countries, who works towards a common mission to help people see more and be more. Alessandro, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for the invitation. Very happy to talk with you today.
Fantastic. So we have this very interesting topic, a new topic to us, brand protection and luxury eyewear. So let's maybe start on how we define luxury eyewear. I mean, luxury usually is part of being rare, being a high price point, or being something very unique. How do you define luxury in your portfolio?
Well, I believe that we have to focus on the experience that a brand is delivering to a customer. There are different types of experience, and what we have to grant as brand owner, I believe that is to live that specific experience, right? So to answer your question, I mean, EssilorLuxottica provide a wide range of that. From the top luxury brand, you mentioned Chanel, you mentioned Burberry, we have a house brand, very cool brand like Oliver Peoples. And we provide the sport environment experience. Costa or Oakley as a top brand in the sport environment. And of course, we don't have to forget the super iconic lifestyle brand such as Ray-Ban.
Yeah, so a very wide portfolio, but thanks for explaining how you define luxury. So the question, of course, and the problem, and that's why you have the job that you have in luxury, is that it's expensive, it's exclusive, and it attracts immediately existence of counterfeit and knockoff products globally. So how do you spot knockoff products?
Well, this is a very good question, but I have to say that unfortunately, as the technology is improving in the production, it is even more difficult to spot a knockoff on the market. Okay, so for sure you can notice the bad quality of the product and the material by touching the product, by looking at the product. But sometimes it's very likely that the consumers may buy a product, fake one, without realizing it. And so this is really harming the experience, but of course the health of the customer.
And has this phenomenon increased with e-commerce coming up? I mean, there is so much new vendors out there on the web that you cannot necessarily understand which one is, quality and which one you can trust?
Yeah, for sure, the e-commerce is supporting this kind of business because basically you don't touch the product, you see a picture, so you are basically drive into the purchase of the product only looking at the picture and looking at the price. Okay, so with these two elements, you made the buy. Okay, and when you receive the product. Probably you receive a fake, but the very bad thing, and I can tell you later in our discussion, the product is the problem is that sometimes and very often, I would say, the final consumer even not realize that he's buying a fake, and this is for sunglasses and for optical product is a very big problem for health.
Of course, yeah, because you have the health consideration on top.
Oh yeah.
Not only that it's illegal, but it can harm your health. So, of course, the brands take the first responsibility and try to fight counterfeit and knockoff. What is EssilorLuxottica doing in that space?
Well, the company is really strong commitment with the fight against counterfeit and within the protection of our brand equity. And to do so, we are working on different areas. First one is anti-counterfeit operation. We are working online and offline. We are tackling the diversion with the program is called GLOW, which is meaning Guarantee Luxottica Origin Worldwide. Is a global traceability system which allow us to track and trace the product and to recognize fake on whether the product is fake or not. We are using in the geography where is possible, especially in North America, the minimum advertised price policy. Which is a way to protect and to position our brand in the market. And we are also very strong into the litigation program against the counterfeit. We are among the top 5 active plaintiffs for trademark case filed from 2018 to 2022. So we are tackling the counterfeit case on civil lawsuit and let's say addressing the issue on counterfeit on a legal standpoint. Then we are also protecting all the R&D perimeter and the new product. We are working along the asset protection team and the cybersecurity team to create ideally, let's say, security bubble to protect our project, our special and confidential project, to potential leakage before the launch of the product.
And when you speak that all the legal cases that you have been tackling, I mean, do you have an army of lawyers in-house? I mean, how big is the team that, and plus, is it the same in all the countries? Because some countries are maybe more inclined on following up on these legal cases than others.
That's a good question. Well, I would say that within the years, the team has expanded because the company was more and more committed in this topic. So we are represented from let's say an army of lawyers. We have a lot of let's say representative within more than 50 countries. But our team is present in the key region, so we have a strong presence in Europe. We have a team in the US taking care about North and South America. And we have a presence also in Mexico and Brazil. Then we have a team based in China, which is taking care about all the Asia Pacific region.
Okay, so you're covering globally because of course you have global brands that have to be protected on a global scale.
That's correct.
So you mentioned the consumer. If the price is too low, then you should wonder if it's not the counterfeit. What else can a consumer do? Can a consumer report counterfeit? I saw on your Ray-Ban website, for example, you can spontaneously report which website you found it, and you report counterfeit. Do you need the help of your consumers to fight counterfeit?
Of course, that's absolutely true. I mean, we give the consumers the possibility to report any potential issues on fake or even suspect fake. Okay, we have on our website, on EssilorLuxottica website, and on our brand's website, a section called Report Fake. So those requests and those, let's say, info are coming into our team, and we are processing more than 6,000 requests worldwide every year on that. So basically, those are leads on investigation that we start, whether online or offline. So it could happen that we go on some website on listing on some marketplace, and we take down this listing, or we start an investigation of on a suspect store in whatever region, and then we track and trace the product even to go into the factory where the fake product is produced.
So have you concretely already helped, the police to close down websites, stores, factories?
We are working on a daily basis on this. I mean, we have a strong cooperation with all the law enforcement, but not only on the law enforcement, which is, of course, a key partner in our activities, but we are working very strictly with the major online platform, which are sharing with us intelligence, and we build with them investigation, then we take into the law enforcement agency to build a case. Just to give you some numbers, I mean, we close 2023, yes, with 9.5 million product seized worldwide, and we close around 80 factories of producing fake product in China.
So are more counterfeit products of certain of your products sold? I mean, meaning that if you take Ray-Ban, I mean, you produce a large number of Ray-Bans, but is Counterfeit even producing a larger number of Ray-Bans globally?
Well, if you take these numbers as 9.5 million is basically around slightly less than 1/10 of our global production. We are producing as EssilorLuxottica around 110 million frame per year. Of course, we don't know how many fake product are floating on the market.
Exactly.
What I can say to you is probably that this is probably a peak of the iceberg, because I mean, we are seeing a lot, and the request is big. Of course, the price is very low, and the quality is very poor, and the risk connected with those products is very, very high.
So that's a lot. I mean, I'm just wondering about the profile of the people buying these counterfeit products. Some obviously know that it's counterfeit. I mean, if they buy it on the beach and for a very low price on a local market, but they don't mind, and they even don't mind the health issues that can come from it. Others, and you mentioned the very high quality products where it's difficult to see the difference. So there is, of course, the counterfeit goes from very cheap to almost the perfect copy now.
That's correct. I mean, I give an example. I mean, along with our Glow program, which is a program which allow us to rebuy from the market the product and check the product, and we can talk later if you want. We are committed to buy thousands of products from the market, and we see that even if the price of the product is quite high, we can find counterfeit there. And it's not just a matter of quality, because as I was talking before, is basically the price and the picture which is driving you into the purchase, into the click. And when you receive the product, sometimes it happens that you recognize that it's fake. Sometimes there is a product which is high quality. With our expert, we divided the quality of the fake within 3 layers. We have the high and the medium and the low quality. The high quality is very difficult to spot, especially for us. we have a product which is stable on the market for years, for dozens of years. So, I mean, we sometimes we find very difficult to find that the product is counterfeit. But the leitmotiv is that the characteristic of this product is very lower than ours. And this is connected always with, let's say, the health issue that could trigger into the consumer. So when you wear sunglasses, which is not protected from the sun radiation, that's a very big issue for your eyes.
And that's, that can make big damage. That's more expensive than the price difference, obviously.
Yeah.
Understood. So you were talking about when you buy a lot of products. I mean, mystery shopping is probably one of the things, and mystery shopping is in store, but probably as well online. Can you give us examples of how you worked in brand protection space online and offline?
Sure. We are, let's say, trying to be consistent in buying the product, let's say the suspect product within the market. Every year, as I was telling before, we are buying thousands of product, and we are mixing within the online perimeter and the offline perimeter. So for the offline, we are partnering with our colleague of the retail chain, which are very, let's say, keen on what is happening on the market. So we go and buy from not authorized doors where our product has been sold. While online, we are monitoring the major platforms and we crawl the product also with the driver of the price. So we are going to buy product which is likely to be diverted. So of course, not buying a very cheap product, which is clear that those are counterfeit. So we are buying, let's say, from a price point, as I was saying, likely to be diverted. At that time, we have this product in our hand. We examine the product and whether there is the technology, the traceability technology inside. We recognize who was the seller of this product, so our customer, and we can basically trigger an enforcement process on that based on the selective distribution agreement that has been signed between ourselves and the customer.
So this meaning is not a counterfeit product, but it's the gray market. It's being distributed by unauthorized dealers.
That's correct, because our customer has the obligation, being a selective distribution agreement, to sell the product within the net of the selective distribution. When we examine the product and there is no traceability technology, we detect that the product could be an old product because we start tagging the product with this technology some years ago, or could be a fake. So that's why our product experts based in Agordo, our operation headquarters, are daily working on examining product coming from the market and spot whether those products are counterfeit. The interesting thing and the sad thing, I would say, is that we detected a very niche business of counterfeit business, let's say. So we bought some product at a price point like genuine or even more expensive, that at the end of the day came to be counterfeit. So this is showing how the counterfeit are working in the market, not only in the beaches, let's say, and the flea market, whatever. They are working online, and to your point, yes, the online give a very, let's say, big area of development to those counterfeit business. And the problem is that they are also, let's say, good in making money out of, let's say, us for the consumer, which the consumer is basically think to buy a super genuine product, but at the end of the day, is a counterfeit.
That is, yeah, unfortunate. And this makes me think about the secondary market. Because in the luxury business, of course, what is being happening now is that they need a lot of experts as well in authentifying the goods for the secondary market. And these people are being trained quite heavily to really understand where to look at in order to say that it's a fake or real. Some brands do then some authentications or some certifications of the pre-owned, like Rolex, the pre-owned, was a big boom. Are you being asked, for example, for sunglasses that are being sold and pre-owned, even though sunglasses are a bit delicate, they are being, I mean, often not they have to be perfect to be resold. Are you being asked as well to make expertises on the pre-owned market? Is that big for sunglasses? Do you know?
So you mean for the second-hand market?
Yes.
We don't have this kind of experience too much. I mean, we basically think that the best way is to buy the product from our authorized doors, and it's the market is going to be much difficult to understand, especially for a consumer, especially with the growth of many online platforms that is happening on a daily basis. And so basically, it's very difficult to give some leads on how to identify whether a product is fake or not. So basically, the suggestion I'm giving is buy from our authorized dealer, whether it are ourselves in terms of our banner of a retail chain like Sunglass Hut or LensCrafter, or from our wholesale customer. Normally, they have a patch on the door, which the customer can recognize, or you can just double check on the store locator on the website, and there is a map where let's say we have our customers, wholesale customers, a dedicated brand store.
Mm. Yeah, because indeed, in the second-hand market, sunglasses are rather rare. It's not a big market yet.
Yeah.
As I see, there's always a few models, but it's not the principal. I mean, like leather goods, handbags that
That's
are
correct.
most popular for
it's an item that is I would say more personal, because you use for 2-3 years, whatever, and this is very difficult to resale after 2-3 years. Different is for a bag. This bag, maybe you use a bag not every day, not let's say in a bad condition. So I mean, you store in a good condition, and then you can resell something like a new one.
Okay, but the second-hand market, of course, comes as well because the consumer wants to be more sustainable and wants to give a second life to the goods. What we like to do in our podcast is speak about technology. So, in the brand protection space and combating counterfeit and gray markets, is there any technology you are referring to, track and trace? Is there what kind of IT solutions are you using, and is there a lot of novelties?
Well, actually, we are using RFID technology. So for us, RFID technology was the only technology we focus on and was good for our product. There is a big problem for us, and there is the size of the microchip. So as you can imagine, of course, now a lot of brands are going into NFC technology, which can be read also by the mobile phones. The problem is that now the smallest NFC possible is like 6 per 6. 6 x 6 centimeters. So it's too much big for our product. And the RFID technology, unfortunately, is not possible to be read by a mobile phone, but is perfect for our product, which can, let's say, be embedded in our product. We have a very small tag. It's like 1.1 millimeters, the size, and is embedded in the frames, depending on the frames where the how is engineered the frame. And is a passive microchip, so it doesn't emit any radio frequency, so totally 100% privacy safe. And it's basically allow us to track and trace the product as long as the product is coming out from our logistics center and has been shipped to our wholesale customers. So this give us the possibility to track and trace every single product we are shipping, and that's the technology that can allow us, when we are doing the mystery shopping, to understand whether that specific frames is belonging to that another specific customer.
So a lot of data management as well,
Oh, yeah.
that you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Are you using analytics to detect fraud as well, or?
Yes, we are moving in that area. It's a very complex, let's say, world, but we believe that we need to invest more and deep into that environment, because I mean, data analytics is really key into, let's say, the protection of the brand, I would say, and the baseline of any kind of investigation.
I can imagine. Yeah, and that's the future. Data is gold. Data is the new gold. That's what we say. It's absolutely necessary. And speaking about technology, I mean, you said the technology that you're using in track and trace, but if you look more about EssilorLuxottica, there has been some investments. Just recently, you announced a partnership between Ray-Ban and Meta for smart glasses. Can you maybe give us some more words around this?
Sure. I mean, there is this partnership is lasting since some years. Now we are in the second release of this product, which is an extraordinary device, which was a game changer into the eyewear industry. Ray-Ban Meta is basically embedding in one wearable item many things. So listen music without any earplug. The other thing
Free up the ears again.
Yes, exactly. So you can easily forgot about your earplugs and AirPods and whatever. The other thing is to make phone calls, which is very good, and taking pictures, videos, and even do Instagram live streams. So the good thing is that the product is working very, very well. So the point is that the product is going to be also enhanced in the future. And let's say the quality of the sound and the product we have is very, very good.
Amazing. Yeah, that's the future, huh? That's clearly the future, and very interesting. Live Instagram streams on your glasses. That's quite innovative. And I saw as well that you can do virtual try-ons of glasses on some of your brands. Is that a nice interaction as well and drives more consumer buying?
Yeah. It's a very interesting solution that has been implemented in our retail chain. So basically, just to give you an idea, we have a very, very wide range of SKUs, models, colors, etc. So it's impossible to keep everything in one store. So the idea is that you can experience the try of all the product we have in our catalog, and basically you are using an iPad as a mirror, and this mirror, this virtual mirror, can give you, let's say, the experience to try on the frame that you choose. And then you can look into the enormous catalog we have and pick and choose the frame you want. And you can even, let's say, decide whether you want to be delivered the product in store or at home. So that's the experience we are offering.
Of course, I mean, it's if you are now buying more and more online, you need to have as well this possibility to try on. It's a great feature. Really like it. And while speaking maybe about the future, and you mentioned Meta, you mentioned the try-on. Overall, I mean, what are the trends that you see in the industry? I mean, it's how do you see luxury industry? How do you see luxury eyewear industry maybe? And how do you see as well the brand protection? What is your vision like for the 5 years? How will it evolve?
Well, first of all, coming back to Ray-Ban Meta and that stream of technology, I would say that probably the future, maybe, I don't know if it will be possible in 5 years, maybe 10, is to take out the mobile phone from our end and having everything on a wearable device. So, I mean, we can, it's a very, let's say, future view. But I think that the direction is really that, and we see with Ray-Ban Meta that really, if you wear glasses and you can really have this product, which is not an heavy product, which is a very well designed product on your face all the day and without any, let's say, problems. And if you wear optical lenses, you can have your lenses. You can have a transition lens, which is something that we are doing. So basically, when you go out, and now we are launching a new model of transition, which I mean the speed of becoming from transparent to black is very fast. We are talking about seconds. I mean, dozens of seconds. So it's very good. And so I think that this is one stream that we are working on. Another very interesting piece is where the group is moving into another totally different industry. And so basically, we are going to introduce an integrated technology at the intersection of vision and sound, which basically will allow to estimate 1.2 billion of people which are experiencing mild to moderate hearing loss to have a better experience. So this is a frame which by wearing this frame, you can have an enhanced, let's say, support to listen the people, and will take out the stigma to have earplugs or kind of stuff like this, which is not really far from the great idea our founder had in the 70s, the last century, which you remember maybe that the frames were just a medical device. I mean, and he turned into this medical device into an eyewear, let's say, fashion item. So, I mean, that's a very innovative idea, say. And to your question on us, I think that regarding the tracking technology and brand protection, there are a lot of challenges in the future, and we are continuously observing the market and testing also new technology to protect and to enhance the experience for the brand and to better protect the brand and our consumers.
And I believe that the counterfeiters are becoming as well always more skilled, and so you have to all the time as well skill yourself up.
It's a never-ending fight, as all with all the, let's say, criminals. They're very creative, and we have to stay and try to, let's say, be better than them.
That's their full-time job, huh? They only focus on that.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, they are becoming better. Well, this was a great conversation, Alessandro. I really enjoyed learning more about EssilorLuxottica, brand protection. I mean, this is a topic we've really never tackled so far. It was a fantastic and fascinating conversation. I mean, thanks for sharing your experience and examples. I think it was very good for our listeners as well to get practical cases that you shared. So thank you for joining us, and I hope speaking soon.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It was a great chatting with you, and hope to talk again.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Luxury on Air with Karine Szegedi and Felicitas Morhart. This podcast is provided to you by Deloitte Switzerland and the Swiss Center for Luxury Research. If you've enjoyed this episode, you can leave us a 5-star review. If you're keen to stay up to date on what's trending in the luxury industry, don't forget to subscribe. As always, you can find more information about the current episode in the show notes. We wish you all the best. Until next time.